If you're not using Vizard yet, you're honestly missing out on a massive time saver for your content strategy. Seriously, it's not a magic pill, but it absolutely takes the daily grind out of turning your long videos into short, scroll-stopping clips. I'm going to walk you through how to create TikTok-style UGC ads and shorts using Vizard and a couple of other AI bits when needed. We will also show you exactly how you can scale this whole process without burning a hole in your advertising budget. Look, user-generated content works because it feels incredibly casual and real, not like some polished studio marketing production. That same vibe that makes a random influencer's quick rant go viral is precisely what you want when you are promoting your own products. The core problem is that traditional UGC production is incredibly expensive and painstakingly slow. Hiring creators, managing scripts, filming, editing, resizing for different platforms, it all adds up fast. Brands will easily drop $200 to $400 for just one single decent UGC video these days. With Vizard, however, you can get dozens of testable clips out of just one long source video thanks to its auto-editing capabilities. That automatic detection of the good parts is truly the massive game changer you have been waiting for. Here is exactly what I'll cover so you can walk away with a completely repeatable system for your content creation. We will discuss how to research what is already working well in your specific niche market. Next, we cover writing short-form scripts that are specifically designed to actually convert your viewers into customers. You will learn how to record or source the right long-form footage to use as your primary input material. Then, we let Vizard auto-edit those clips, followed by tweaking and A/B testing for optimal performance. Finally, we'll look at how to schedule and publish all your new content like a well-oiled machine. I'll also compare a few other popular AI tools you might have heard about because, yes, you can combine them, but they all have distinct limitations. First in this process is research, and please don't skip this crucial first step. Far too many people jump straight into scripting, which is why their short clips end up flopping almost immediately. The real difference between an ad that gets clicks and one that's just scrolling fodder is studying what is already winning in your specific niche. You should check out the meta ad library to see the actual kinds of ads brands are running right now on Facebook and Instagram. If you want TikTok first inspiration, utilize the TikTok Creative Center or simply search the Explore page and filter by high engagement. Watch all those top performers closely and critically study the very first 3 to 5 seconds of each one. Those initial few seconds represent your absolute make or break moment for capturing viewer attention. When it comes to writing your script, I use a simple first-person template that follows the proven AIDA flow structure. You must grab attention with a strong hook, spark interest, build desire, and finish with a soft, natural call to action. Always keep your language conversational, as if you are genuinely telling a friend about something that actually helped you solve a problem. Resist the urge to overproduce the content because sounding like an infomercial is a quick path to failure. If you want a fast prompt to drop into any large language model, frame it like this. I'm a persona, I had this problem, then I tried this product, now I get this benefit, here's why you should try it too. That sentence structure usually gives you 4 to 6 short punchy lines that you can easily riff on and expand. And here's a crucial pro tip. The hook line is almost always the only part you will need to tweak manually for the best results. Large language models are brilliant at structure, but they often miss that subtle human phrasing that truly makes people stop scrolling. Therefore, generate 10 different hooks, test them all vigorously, and only keep the ones that successfully make viewers watch the second line. Remember that voice quality matters a great deal because a robotic voice will instantly kill any trust you are trying to build. If you are doing voiceover only clips, high-end tools are great because their custom voices sound way more natural than the generic TTS libraries. However, those premium tools are not free when you need to scale content, and delivery often feels off if it doesn't match the original speaker's cadence. That is precisely why my preferred workflow is to record one authentic long-form video and then let Vizard expertly slice it up for me. Authentic, real human tones will almost always outperform a synthesized voice when your main goal is achieving true believability. Now, we need to quickly talk about the visuals you should be using to support your narration. If you decide you need fully AI-created people or avatars, there are tools generating hyper-realistic short clips that are becoming astonishingly good. But if you are trying to pass the content off as genuine UGC, those tiny imperfections like real skin texture or a slightly messy background actually matter. Tools that make everything look too polished will frequently underperform because smart viewers can sense that overly studio energy. So if you choose to use generated imagery, prompt for imperfection by asking for natural pores, uneven lighting, or a simple bedroom background, anything that feels authentically lived in. Here is where Vizard fits in, and why its approach is fundamentally different from starting from scratch. Instead of building every clip manually, you upload your long video, and Vizard automatically detects moments with the highest engagement potential. It intelligently pulls out the hooks, highlights, and punchy sound bites, packaging them into ready-to-post short-form assets optimized for vertical screens. The software automatically adds captions and handles the necessary aspect ratio formatting across all the major platforms. Most importantly, it prioritizes content that genuinely looks and sounds like real UGC rather than some staged, high-budget advertisement. Let's look at the specific workflow I use that blends the best elements of this new approach. Step 1 involves researching what top performers are currently using for their video hooks and initial opening lines. Next, you record a 10 to 30 minute long-form video where you talk naturally, intentionally ignoring the need for perfect camera shots. Then, you upload that substantial file into Vizard and let the AI automatically scan and suggest the most promising clips for you. After the scan, simply pick the top candidates that the algorithm has flagged for high potential. Step 4, involves using the built-in editor to trim the clips, add custom captions, and overlay any necessary product shots or supplementary B-roll footage. If you need an extra touch of voice polish, you can lightly overdub sections using an AI voice tool, but be sure to keep that intervention minimal. Step 5 is to export multiple different variants, like a 10-second hook or a 30-second explain clip, and schedule them using the auto-schedule feature. Finally, let the AI system post the content for you across all your chosen platforms and actively track what works inside the unified content calendar. This entire process decisively beats hiring an expensive agency or paying creators individually every single time you want a new short, because you generate dozens of testable clips from just that one long source video. You spread your investment across many more posts. Plus, the content calendar means you are never manually uploading or timing posts, as it automatically spaces content for consistent channel activity. A quick note on combining tools. Yes, you can absolutely pair Vizard with other advanced AI creators for specific tasks. For instance, you could use a separate image generator to make an AI face or extra B-roll and then layer those assets into the clips Vizard produced. However, be mindful because some image generators output people who look too perfect or have awkward hands, requiring time-consuming manual fixing. Tools focused on design are excellent for producing creative lifestyle product mockups, but they often need manual adjustment for natural movement and hand placement. And while a tool like ElevenLabs creates top-tier voices, it adds ongoing cost and can look unnatural if you are animating a face without precise lip-sync editing. Lip-syncing animated influencers can be fun, especially for A/B testing variations, but they are certainly not a silver bullet for consistent conversions. Starting from an actual human recording will almost always outperform a fully synthetic character when your primary goal is achieving high conversion rates. If you must use generated characters, keep their on-screen performance very short and overlay real user footage wherever possible to maintain authenticity. That hybrid approach allows you to maintain that crucial feeling of authenticity while still enabling you to scale your output rapidly. Another important workflow nuance is to reveal the product a little later in the clip instead of showing it right in the very first frame. Clips that open with a strong hook and then reveal the product at the midpoint come off much less like a direct ad and more like a genuine casual recommendation. For example, start with the audience's problem. Then midway show how Vizard automatically clipped the exact moment and scheduled it, finishing with the immediate positive result. For editing tips inside Vizard, drag the captions to specifically emphasize your hook, use very quick cuts for better pacing, and layer B-roll to cover any awkward mouth shapes from trimming. Vizard's auto-captioning is generally solid, but you should always skim and manually fix the very first and the last line of text, as that is where viewers focus when deciding to engage. Also, remember to export multiple aspect ratios if you plan to cross-post, since TikTok, Reels, and Shorts have slightly different needs, which Vizard handles painlessly. When it comes to testing and iteration, the entire point of this system is achieving high volume across all your content. Auto-generate 10 to 20 clip variations and then schedule them logically over the course of a few weeks to gather good data. You must let the performance data tell you which specific hooks and which segments are truly winning with your audience. Use Vizard's built-in analytics and the content calendar to diligently track the performance metrics of every piece of content. When any particular piece spikes in performance, you need to reverse engineer exactly why that success happened. Was it the hook or the caption? Once you find a winning formula, immediately batch produce similar variants based on that proven structure. That methodical approach of testing and replication is precisely how you truly scale your content discovery. Let's do a quick real talk cost breakdown, because a decent freelance editor plus a UGC shoot can cost hundreds of dollars per single clip. Furthermore, other advanced tools like premium voice and high-end image generators all charge you extra fees when you scale your usage. Vizard's core value proposition is directly replacing the many hours you would otherwise spend on manual editing and post-production work. You might still use a specialized voice or image generator occasionally, but Vizard drastically cuts down the manual hours and the resulting per-clip price point. When you factor in the auto-schedule and the content calendar, which is essentially outsourcing your publishing plan to an AI, you save both money and the time that usually kills consistency. Here are a few honest comparisons between this workflow and other common options available to you today. Classic freelance editors offer high-touch service that is great for premium campaigns, but they are inherently slow and expensive when you need high volume for daily posting. General image and video generators are amazing for single visual assets or creative mockups, but their outputs can look too polished or require tedious manual tweaks for realism. High-end voice tools like ElevenLabs offer top-tier quality, but the per-use costs add up quickly, and the sound can feel unnatural if it's overused throughout a video. Vizard is specifically focused on turning long-form authenticity into tons of short posts automatically, scheduling them, and managing the entire process in one central calendar. That focused automation of editing and publishing is the exact part of the system most creators actually need but rarely get efficiently. Here's a final example script you will absolutely want to use in one of your clips, and feel free to recycle this exact language. Start your clip with, "If you're not using Vizard yet, you're honestly missing out. I used to spend hours chopping down my live streams and trying to find the good bits, and it was an absolute nightmare." Follow that up by saying, "Now I just upload the full stream, and Vizard pulls the best clips, auto-adds captions, and even schedules them for me." Conclude the example with, "I went from posting once a week to posting daily, and my channel actually started growing, so you should definitely try it out." Short, personal, and completely believable is the tone you are aiming for with that example script. All right, that truly is the entire roadmap for dominating short-form content creation right now. Use your existing long-form content as the single source of raw material, let Vizard handle the heavy lifting on editing and scheduling, and always test those initial hooks rigorously. Do not attempt to trick viewers with assets that look overly produced or fake. You must keep the entire presentation human and imperfect to succeed. Let the performance data from your tests be the only thing that ultimately guides every creative decision you make moving forward. Go ahead and give Vizard a spin to see if it saves you from that editing headache you are currently experiencing. Set it up today, let it schedule an entire week's worth of content automatically, and then watch the tangible difference consistency makes to your metrics. If you want to make this easy on yourself, I will leave a direct link to try it out right down below this video. Try it on just one single piece of long-form footage and see for yourself exactly how many genuinely viral clips you can get out of it. Thanks so much for watching this breakdown, and I will definitely catch you in the very next one.